G'day YouTube, JB from Oz. So today I've dismantled and started to prepare for reassembly this beautiful Eclipse 101 height gauge base. It's cleaned up really quite clean. There's no burrs or nicks or damage on it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've disassembled it down as far as I did. There's still a spring that I haven't pulled out, and I haven't greased any of this up. I've just got a light rub of inox on everything. So maybe somebody can comment and suggest what I should be doing for lubrication on this. But for the meantime, here we have height adjustment at the base. Screw this assembly in. It slots into base there, and this screw, which is a tapered screw, slots in to the hole. And the flat bladed screwdriver, what's going on here? Bozo moment. So that's tight, and with the back pressure on the spring, it's preloaded, and looks like we've got some decent adjustment there. Alright, so next we have the assembly to support the shaft, which consists of this cone shaped piece with 4 holes and a related collar, which is 2 holes. There's a slip ring at the base of the stand so that this will only go through one way and then stop at the base. Now from here we have that coming through, and there's a conical wear surface here which was pretty crusty with grease when I disassembled it, so I'm not sure if that's meant to be a grease coverage at that side. We've got a shoulder bolt here, and on this face we have this cone shaped assembly which fits over the top. We have a spring. Actually, sorry, we have a washer first. Now there are 2 washers in the assembly. One is a shoulder bolt washer, the other one is a standard round washer. So the standard round washer goes on next, looking for the wear marks, then this heavy spring, and then the knurled nut. They are threaded differently, and looks like this is a fine thread, so there is only one way each of the nuts will go on. Don't cross through. There's a recess in there for this spring. Okay, so that nut allows a bit of spring tension when it's loose, more tension, and then you can eventually get it to the point where it locks up solid. So keeping it fluid for the moment whilst we continue assembly. Okay, so the next assembly, we have a shoulder bolt, we have a slip collar. Shoulder bolt's got pair of small holes, pair of large holes, or a big hole and a small hole, and the collar has 4 holes that line up. Okay, we have a weak spring that goes in between those two, which keeps tension on whatever we're adjusting. We then have a split clamp that comes on next, and you'll notice that the shoulder bolt sticks through. We now have our shoulder washer, which is our next item, and then we have a second thumb screw. So that way this whole assembly has some tension on it. Slides on the end, nice and smooth. Then it's ready for our indicator. So in this instance, we'll get our test indicator. Test indicator mounted, locked up, and then fine adjust, which is bending the whole shaft forwards and backwards. So it's quite a radius that we're looking at, the short radius and long radius. So what's that going to do? It's going to multiply. It looks like about a 3 to 1. So a small distance here will result in 3 times the motion out here. Yet to see how useful that is once we start to adjust things on the bench. Being this is a tenths indicator, it's probably going to be less than useful. But there we have it. Indicator stand. Now that will clamp up without that on there. And the final thing we have is the 2 dowels. These have a spring wire in the side of them, which just provides a friction fit into these 2 holes. Same again here. One of these was a little bit stuck down, so I was able to free it up by using just the scribe down in this gap and just gave it a bit of a nudge at the end of the wire, and that got it poking back up against the surface, and that just provides enough friction, he says, to hold those pins in place and avoid them falling out. So when they're pushed down or when they release, you've then got those to mount up against whatever measuring reference that you want to use, whether it's a dowel hole or a table slide or quite what. But that is a quick tidy up of the Eclipse 101 markup base indicator stand. Non-magnetic, so great for the surface gauge. Non-magnetic, so great for the surface plate. Other inspection use. Yeah. Next one I'll start to have a look at is this one, which was made by Frank as an apprenticeship project, I guess, and we'll give that the same treatment, get rid of all the rust and dirt and crap, and a bit of a birthday. But that one is ready to go in the toolbox, unless somebody would like to comment and tell me how I should actually be oiling or greasing up the various linkages so that they have enough friction to hold and have enough motion to not hold. Thanks very much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. Thanks guys. Happy New Year.